Another day of golf drama, but this time it wasn't LIV Golf that stirred the pot. In fact, it was Sergio Garcia that got golf fans angry over withdrawing from the PGA Championship at the last minute to attend a college game. Now the LIV Golf star is facing the Twitter mob and possibly a fine for his pathetic act. Sounds like too much to digest? Let's break down the controversy for you. For starters, Garcia wasn't a fan favorite already after joining LIV Golf. Do hate against the golf player, but this was probably his worst year ever, both with fan following and the playoffs. We've always been a fan of his game. The lag, the flair, and the rhythm he brings to golf were unmatched. But following Garcia's been a roller coaster ride for us all. From his Ryder Cup performances, his 16 European Tour wins, 11 PGA Tour victories, and the controversies. Yep, he's had his fair share of scandals this time around. Even his fans found it hard to stick by his side and defend his actions. It all started when the Spaniard joined the new golf circuit, resigning his PGA Tour membership immediately after. Of course, the backlash he faced was huge, being one of the first golfers to make the move. But since then, he has managed to play both sides by showing fans he's excited to play golf no matter for which league. Moving on, so we thought, until his recent controversy. Garcia was already a controversial entrant into the DP World Tour's flagship event after jumping ships, along with the other 15 LIV Golf players who were joining him in the tournament. Unlike the US PGA Tour's ban on all LIV players, the UK Tour hasn't been successful so far in a complete ban of the defectors to the Rebel circuit. So the man had already ruffled the feathers of the PGA Tour player by playing in the first place after jumping ship to the Saudi-backed tour for big bucks. All he needed was to play and prove them wrong. The BMW PGA Championship kicked off in Surrey with high expectations. It's a dream for most golfers to play in, so fans had hoped for the former Masters champion to redeem his name and play to their hearts. But boy, were they disappointed. He not only played a poor first round 76, but also pulled out of the tournament before the second round, leaving everyone shocked at his poor sportsmanship. Fans were dying to know what could possibly be more important to the player than his BMW Championship game, but he refused to give an explanation. Next, we'd given him the benefit of doubt until we found out why he'd missed the match. Garcia wouldn't have gotten so much hate for dipping from the tournament if we'd known it was an emergency. Maybe he was injured, or could he be feeling under the weather? But to make matters worse, hours after he pulled out of the event, he was spotted some 8,000 kilometers away enjoying a college football game in Texas. Doesn't look much like an emergency, does it? Fans found it hard to look past him abandoning the important tournament for no reason, but to catch a college game in the USA on Saturday lunchtime. In the words of an angry Twitter fan, that's what we call a proper move. Come on, man, we'd expected more from you. Not only did the golf world see this as poor sportsmanship, but also as a disrespect to the PGA Tour, coming from someone who'd literally left the tour in dust after becoming one of the top-paid golf players. Martin Dempster, the Edinburgh Evening News golf writer, added that the Spaniard had shown utter contempt to the DP World Tour players by posing for a photo at a college game after withdrawing. Guess what, Garcia? Money and fame can't earn you the respect of your fans and fellow golf players. Up next, things got worse after finding out Garcia's act cost a golfer his chance to play. Probably the reason why his move had made fans and the golf world turn on him was not just for being a quitter, but because it denied John Rahm's good friend Alfredo Garcia Herrera the chance to play. As we said, it's up to you if you want to play or not, but quitting midway in a competitive event like this is unfair to those who'd valued the opportunity more than you. Garcia Herrera was the first reserve for the tournament and ended up missing out on what's called a career-changing week due to his indecisiveness. No wonder the golf audience is so angry at the 42-year-old for his decision. Now get this, Herrera was actually fighting to be a part of the tour next year, and his involvement in the BMW PGA Championship at Wentworth could have been no doubt crucial to that. Sky Sports reporter Jamie Weir expressed his frustration that had Sergio withdrawn before his opening round rather than after it, Alfredo would have played. Fans believe this is the last straw for them, claiming the Spaniard has lost all respect after this. He might have been a legend in European golf once upon a time, but not anymore. Internet was filled with #LegacyGone under Garcia's pictures, with people calling him out to be a crappy person. Yep, looks like there's no coming back from this. Up next, he faces a fine from the World Tour for his withdrawal. He may have fallen out of the public eye, but he's still got more karma coming. Yep, the official authorities have confirmed that Sergio's facing a fine from the DP World Tour unless he can provide emergency reasons or medical reasons deemed reasonable for abandoning the championship after the opening round. How will Garcia get out of this tricky situation? Knowing LIV golfers and their terrible medical reasons, we won't be shocked if he comes up with an elaborate hip injury to avoid avoid the fine. Fine or no fine, we don't think he's gotten any golf career ahead of him if he keeps giving such poor plays and quitting at the last minute. In other news, first off, Shane Lowry swiped away the LIV Golf competition at the PGA Championship. Yes, Lowry hailed his victory at Wentworth as one for the good guys, a clear diss to the poor play from the LIV golfers. We gotta give him this one, folks. His performance was flawless and strong enough to push out Ryder Cup teammates Rahm and Rory McIlroy from the competition. Rahm was a tough one to beat as he had a stunning final round of 62 on Sunday. The former US Open champion carded 2 eagles and 7 birdies, covering the back 9 in just 29 despite a bogey on the 15th. But Lowry made us proud after he responded with an eagle and 5 birdies of his own in a closing 65 to finish 17 under. Rahm not carding a single bogey in a tournament reduced to 54 holes following the Queen's death. Lowry wasn't shy about expressing how happy he was at winning. He said after the tournament, "I wanted to win for myself first and foremost, but for everyone that has stayed loyal to this tour, I really feel this is one for the good guys." He'd been clear at the start of the week that he can't stand the LIV guys, so we sure are glad that he was able to one-up them in the tournament. Next, LIV Golf's Norman says he has no interest in talking to the PGA Tour. The golf kingpin, Greg Norman, spoke to the Australian newspaper this Thursday and said he's no longer prepared to negotiate with US PGA Tour chiefs. In his defense, LIV did offer to meet with the PGA Tour officials with no progress. "That's why we are here today," claimed Norman. He says they've tried hard enough for the past year, and now they have no hope of hearing from the other league. Yep, looks like the time for talking is over. After all, LIV Golf's working pretty fine without getting PGA on board. "Our product is working," says Norman proudly, after the Rebel Circuit sparked a bitter split in the golf world, with lead players jumping over to the Saudi-funded tour for more perks. Is there really no hope for PGA and LIV working together? Lastly, the quarter crushed a world record by playing 24 hours of mini-golf for Kentucky's flood victims. Finally, some wholesome news from the golf world. What first started as a joke led to the team of 4 successfully beating the Guinness World Record for the most holes of miniature golf in 24 hours. The team of 4 was made up of father-son duo Chris and Cole Hetzel, Tony Centers, and Bob Schottingler as they powered through 2,097 holes of their 18-hole local course, smashing the existing record by 657. They ended up playing 24 hours, 116.5 rounds, 14,664 strokes, and almost 20 miles of walking. What's even better is that they used the event to encourage donations for Matthew 25 Ministries for flood relief for Kentucky victims following the devastating floods in August. We love golf for a good cause. And that's a wrap for this video. Do you think Garcia will get fined for his actions or walk away unharmed? Let us know in the comments below. Do give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell notification for similar videos. See you in the next one.